Welcome back to Sports Divided College Pick'em Podcast presented by Mamas on the Hill. It's week 10, episode 11 in front of a live audience?
Yes,
Live crowd
maybe.
is zero.
Maybe.
Live crowd zero.
Sounds
Happy
too
Halloween, though,
comfortable.
boys. Happy Halloween.
Yeah, Yuri's got his helmet on for not a slobber bucket, but his helmet.
Got zero trick-or-treaters. So that was a fucking bust.
Well,
Spent
Tyler
50
just turned
bucks.
out his lights.
50
I turned my
bucks on
lights out.
candy. Not a single trick-or-treater.
Yeah,
Fucking dud.
Sounds
When,
like you're going to be eating it all.
Yep.
my wife and I, when we moved into our first house on the hill, she got really excited about Halloween, so she went and bought like so many bags of candy, and we were sitting there, got to be like 9 o'clock. We're like, well, we have all this candy, and I don't eat sweets, and this one father of like 3 or 4 little kids came up to our house, and they had like their pillowcases. So I just walked and dumped the whole bowls of candy into these kids' pillowcases.
They probably
They were
loved it.
They were dragging on the ground when I was walking down the stairs in front of my house. It reminds me too. I didn't see one kid with a pillowcase as a candy sack this year.
No.
That's how you know something's wrong with America.
The highlight of that story is Tyler doesn't like sweets, but he fucking loves fast food.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Hey, I was hoping we were gonna record last night because I was gonna eat dinner that I made, just the old classic hamburger helper. Lauren was at work, whipped up some quick hamburger helper. Man,
Sorry, Adam didn't want to record. He was tired.
Yeah, but
I was in the Halloween spirit today.
What does that have to do with being tired last night?
I was amping up for today. Ready to go.
For all
Now
zero
he's-
of your trick-or-treaters.
yeah. Now he's making me stay up late. I got a tea time early in the morning.
Oh, fucking shucks, man. Get to work.
Hey, you just worry about the season ticket calls you're going to get tomorrow after another loss for the Blues.
Yep. Team stinks. Team stinks.
You go on a road trip and you play Toronto, Montreal, Ottawa, Philly. You think you're probably going to win 2 of those games, and then you beat Toronto, and you're like, hey, we might get a chance to get 6 points or 5 points, and you come away with only the 2 points.
Yep.
That you got in Toronto. Oh, and guess who comes to town on Saturday? Toronto, to probably return the favor you left on their doorstep.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Oh, yes. I remember. Weren't we recording last time? No. Yeah, we did. We recorded last time whenever I bet. My favorite NHL bet of the year was Toronto against the Blues, and now this might be a double max.
Yeah, this is.
Can you put that on my card for Saturday?
Yeah. We'll put it on here.
I'll take
NHL bet.
I'll take the Maple Leafs on the puck line, and then I'll take the Maple Leafs on the alternate puck line, half a unit, minus 2.5.
Yeah, I'll take Leafs minus 2.5 in the over of the Leafs team goals.
Team total. Yeah. Sign me up for that. Put that on my card.
And what's the over under on ovations for Chief?
It's gonna be loud. Yeah.
He'll get it. He'll get a video.
Yeah, come on. Caruso's already got that done.
I'll get the video.
How do they what do they do for video? Just show them like this behind the bench? Just like in 6 different suits or something?
Couple of those speeches.
Couple walkouts.
You're a great fucking hockey team. We're here for a fucking reason. Let's go fucking win it.
Right.
We're coming home with the fucking cup.
Yeah.
Maybe a few Obi Clark's wings while he's sitting there.
Yeah.
Maybe a little Hive beer chug highlight.
Yeah, the guy that he put the Hive back on the map.
Yeah, you love that place.
Is there anything worse than smelling like a bonfire?
Yeah, smell like an ashtray.
Or a butthole.
I mean, I hate
All
smelling
right,
like a.
all right, you're
I mean, there is nothing worse than smelling like a bonfire.
bag of Fritos.
I don't mind Fritos.
I was jokingly saying how bad hockey stuff smells sometimes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like socks from your skates that smell like Fritos. Like
Oh,
it's brutal. Let's move on. Well, let's just get this thing started, I should say. The numbnuts of the week. Tyler, who are your 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, whatever you got this week?
15.
shout out LU hockey team for being great listeners. I apologize for having too many numbnuts every once in a while. This week we'll keep it simple. I got two. First one is the LSU kicking team. Absolute fucking dog shit, trash, fucking awful. Missing kicks, bad holds, bad snaps. Not ready for the snap.
Snap that hit the guy right in the chest.
Yeah,
He
let's
just casually looked at it like, God damn
Yeah,
it, the
yeah,
kicker's
let's
got to
just-
jump on it.
let's just figure that out. We might be able to get to that in the recap, but I don't want to dive into that yet because it was rough Saturday night in my household. And number two, I don't like to get political. Okay, I try to stay away from politics, but
No, you don't.
in this
At
set of
least on the
form,
podcast.
on the podcast, I do. On the podcast, I do. We can't have the president calling half the country garbage, and then a day later is on the front porch of his house biting kids. I saw this little kid. The mom's holding the kid, walks up, and he literally like bites the kid's foot. We talked about this where you guys didn't see this, okay? It's like, that's one time.
I saw it. I didn't think it was real.
I was like, that's fucking weird. He did it one time. He did it 4 times. What the fuck is this guy doing? This guy has the button to hit the nuclear codes to blow up the entire world and the other countries, and he's fucking on the front porch of his house biting kids, handing out candy.
Chewing on legs like he's a dog.
What the fuck is he doing? Just fucking weird. Just weird. But anyway,
Adam.
I digress. Fucking weird, man.
I have two as well. One I think was super funny. It was taking the internet by storm. Biz and Wit, our boys, just with the Ashanti videos going around was one of the funniest fucking things. Biz,
That was funny.
not knowing, one saying Ashanti, and then she throws out the first pitch, and then when Wick goes, "Oh yeah, R.I.P." It's just the funniest fucking thing. That video, I was cracking up for that. But my other one, actual football, AP voters. Helfont brought this up, and it got me interested. I don't think AP voters actually watch football games. Maybe they do, but
No, they don't. They vote on the people they like and the conferences they have alliances to.
I agree.
Why you just now have a Greg Trout's been talking about this for like 6
I
weeks?
know, but I really
Murray's
stood
the
out to me
worst guy ever.
today. All right,
Okay.
there's a certain Big Ten team that has 2 losses, one against the number 1 team in the country, and the second one against the number 3 team in the country. They're ranked 24th in the country. If that's an SEC team, they're probably top 5 still, top 10. Mizzou is 25th. Illinois is 24th. Their only 2 losses are against Oregon and Penn State. How are they the 24th ranked team in the country? And Mizzou's 25th.
Because they
Pitt.
haven't beaten anybody.
Still, who are the teams in front of them haven't beat anybody? It's nuts. Pitt, undefeated, behind Bama, behind LSU. Ridiculous. Pitt should be above at least those 2 teams.
I'm always of the mindset that it always works itself out.
It
I don't
will,
get
but
riled
it's
up
still
about it.
crazy.
This is Pitt's wins. Kent State, Cincinnati, West Virginia, Youngstown State, North Carolina, California, Syracuse.
Who's their losses?
Nobody.
0.
They haven't
should
played
be in front of a
anybody.
team that has 2 losses. Come on.
I mean, look at the schedule. So what are you ripping LSU, who's lost
Yeah.
to USC and A&M,
Yes, I am.
and who's
I'm ripping
Beaten-
Bama. 2 losses.
who beat Georgia?
I'm just saying they got 0
Beat
losses. They
Georgia?
have 2 losses.
Bama who beat Georgia?
Pitt should be in front of both of them. That's my numb nuts. AP voters,
Well, Pitt-
watch football.
Well, Pitt's going to have
Even
one
if you
loss
have-
this week.
Yeah, even if it will, like you said, it will shake out. But you might as well put them in front of them at this point.
There's some teams that I can get behind with what you're saying. Like they should probably be. They are technically over Ole Miss. They should stay above Ole Miss. Ole Miss hasn't beaten anybody. It's like Mizzou. Their 2 losses have been to the only 2 contests they really had. But Alabama, I mean, as we just saw, and I know Tyler's been on it a lot. Vandy is not bad. It's not like they played Texas close again. Like you can't say they're bad. You can't say they're bad this year. At least, with Diego Pavia.
I never said they're. I didn't say they're bad. I said they're not. They're not as good as what everyone's saying. They lost to fucking.
But they keep it
Georgia
tight.
State.
I get that. I get what you're saying.
They are playing a game this weekend against Auburn, and they are underdogs by 7.5 points.
Yeah, don't talk about my best bet that way.
Whoa.
I mean, Auburn doesn't even have a fucking quarterback, and they're favored.
I know.
So
that's because everybody has the same mindset you do. It's Vandy. It's Vandy. It's Vandy. They beat Alabama. No, in no right mind, realistically, should a team that beat Alabama then be almost 3 touchdown underdogs to any other team?
Why is
you can be 14, but like 3's quite a bit.
I'm going through the teams in front of Pitt. Kansas State. Why are they behind? Why is Pitt behind Kansas State? Who's Kansas State beat? There's one.
Well, they play in the big. I'm
just saying. There's a lot of teams that on the road moved up.
Kansas State beat Colorado on the road.
That's their best win. They have a loss. They have one. They have a loss. Why is an undefeated team behind them?
They have 1 loss to an undefeated BYU team.
I understand.
They beat Oklahoma State, who is ranked 20th. They beat Arizona, who is ranked 20th. You also got to think they play in the as much as besides Clemson, the ACC is hot garbage, and the Big 12 is actually better than them as an overall conference.
Well, being undefeated should have something to do with this.
So what should Notre Dame be below them too?
I kind of do think
with 1 loss. They beat 20th ranked Texas A&M.
Who did they lose to? Who did they lose to again?
Northern
People
Illinois.
Don't forget.
Hey, yeah, we don't. Appalachian State in 2007.
Yeah, haven't forgotten. Natty title.
Anyway, you've turned my numbnut segment into a debate.
I still got to go with my numbnut.
I know.
Go ahead.
My numbnut is Drew Pine.
Stinks.
Oh, fuck.
It's a good pick.
How did the guy? First of all, how did the guy go 10-2 at Notre Dame? And then second, just don't throw the ball to the safety who doesn't have to move. The guy didn't have to move.
I knew that pick was fucking dead dog right when.
As soon as Brady left, yeah.
As soon as he
but realistically, it was, and then the spread became because they couldn't stay on the offense couldn't stay on the field enough to get their defense a break.
Yeah, it was fucking terrible.
Like here, if he doesn't throw that pick and they get out of that half 6-0, I don't know if it ever.
It wouldn't have mattered.
I think it does, because I think that if they can kill the rest of that half, the defense gets more of a break. And then how about it could also go with the numbnut being, but it's not. I don't know. The Alabama coaching staff for taking out their starters, and then first and goal comes up and all the starters come running back onto the field to prevent the shutout or to keep the shutout.
Don't worry, Trout. We'll get him next week for you, bud.
Yeah. Ugh. So there goes the 5 teams being tied for the SEC title game. You can still have 4.
Yeah, you
still have 4 1-loss teams. And then, so I saw this. Let's talk about this real quick, because this could go into my numbnuts from a couple weeks ago when we talked about this, when I said the SEC people that picked how to pick the championship game. Has anybody looked and saw that realistically, the Oregon State Ducks can be left out of the Big Ten championship game even if they go undefeated and are the number 1 team in the country?
You mean
I
Oregon
heard that.
Ducks?
Oregon
What'd I
Ducks.
say?
You
State.
said Oregon State.
Oh, my bad. Oregon Ducks.
Yeah.
Did you hear that, Tyler? Did you hear how?
No.
One of the third tiebreakers if they don't play each other. So there could be Penn State wins against Ohio State this weekend. Indiana beats Ohio State in a couple weekends. All they both have to do is beat them by 2. And because then it becomes winning margin over a common opponent if there's no head-to-head matchups.
Right.
So
yeah.
Oregon beat Ohio State by 1. Penn State, Indiana beat them by 2. Those 2 teams go.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Crazy.
Could you imagine? You're the number 1 team in the country, and then you have to be the number 5 seed in the playoffs because you didn't get to play for the Big Ten title game because of a formality of the way they put the stuff together.
Home game, extra revenue. Big for 'em.
That's wild.
But you're the number 1 team in the country, and then you get stuck with, you don't get the bye.
Right. But you get the bye during the Big Ten game.
Yeah.
There's your bye.
But if you get realistically, you get the Big Ten. Actually, you wouldn't be. I don't know if you'd be 5.
I think it might be more beneficial not to play in the conference championship game. You don't risk getting hurt.
You know when I think it's more beneficial? When you're a 1-loss team in the SEC.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, you don't have to play.
With 2 losses, you might not be in that picture anymore.
Right.
Or you have a situation where you have, if you're a 1-loss SEC team, right? So say the game is Georgia versus Texas again. Georgia wins. Texas now has 2 losses, and a undefeated BYU team plays a 2-loss Texas Tech team in the Big 12 championship game, and Texas Tech wins. So then you have a 1-loss BYU team that falls into the at-larges, meaning Texas probably then gets pushed.
Yep.
God, it could get ugly. It could also be pure chaos.
Adam,
But it will all work itself out.
I don't know if you saw, but UMass is making a trip down to Starkville, Mississippi this weekend.
Really? I haven't
What do you
talked
think?
about UMass in a while.
UMass has played half of the SEC by the end of this year.
What do you think? What do you think
from UMass in a while?
What do you think the spread is?
40?
No, Mississippi State's 1-7.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. 21.
18.5. I will be adding Mississippi State minus 18.5 onto my card. You can put it on there now.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. But yeah, so to that point, right? UMass played Missouri. They played Mississippi State. And then they got Georgia the second to last week of the season.
For you.
Yeah, I mean, fuck. How's the motivation in that locker room?
How is UMass the team that all these teams picks, and then Missouri is dumb enough to go there?
Yeah, that was dumb.
You're not just playing UMass; you're going to Amherst.
Could you imagine a Tuesday practice at UMass getting ready for the Georgia game? Holy fuck!
A Tuesday? Could you imagine a Thursday before you got to fly out and doing your walkthrough, being like, "Hey, in 2 days we're going to be in between the hedges at 11:45, getting absolutely ran off the field by an NFL team."
It's gonna be like the guy in Little Giants.
They probably.
I can't see anything.
They probably just stay home, study.
They get more people at the Mullen for hockey games than they do their football games.
Not anymore, but yeah.
What do you mean
John
not
Mullen.
anymore? John Mullen, yeah. All right. So let's move on to a little recap from last week. Tyler, 6-12-1, 31.6%, puts you at a 45.2% on the season. Adam was 9 and 10 for 47.4%, puts him at 44.3% on the year. I was 15 and 13 for 53.6%, puts me at 47.3% on the season. Tyler got killed by the spread. YouUre got killed by points and dogs.
I thought you got killed by the points.
Did you? Hold on, let me go back. Maybe I put it in incorrectly. Yeah,
No,
sorry. No, you're against the spread.
I got to quit betting the.
Betting. Well, I guess it all depends. You were 1 and 3 against the spread, or sorry, against points. 1 and 1 on outrights, and 4, 8 and 1 on the spread.
It's got to be better, man. Thanks a lot, Wisconsin.
You're gonna be back in. Yeah, how about that? That could have been a numb nuts. The pick 6 that the guy threw.
Yeah, that was bad too. Fuck that team.
Oof.
Can we get a locks update overall?
Oh, you want a locks update?
Yeah, that's what matters. That's what matters. The people want.
Well, our listener locks right now are 2 and 4 on the season.
Yeah,
Kyle Leslie is 0 and 2 on the season. Benny Boy is 1 and 1. Mikey's 1 and 0, and Cass, sorry, you're 0 and 1. But you're not 0 and 2 like Kyle. You two are both 6 and 3 on your locks.
See?
Adam has hit 3 straight. Tyler has hit 5 straight, and I am 2 and 6. Coming off hitting 1. Hey,
I mean, these listeners of the week got to quit banging us on these. I mean, we've been so close every time, and this.
Come on.
I mean, we've got a good listener. We got a good listener.
We got a great listener.
So.
Great listener.
There's been 2 weeks. 2 weeks this year where we ourselves have all missed in the same week. Week 2 and week 4, we missed. We all missed. And then there's been 2 weeks where we missed because of one guy, the same guy twice, and he knows who he is. He cost us with a Michigan -9 bet in week 5, and he cost us with a Mississippi State +7 bet this past week when they got waxed by 50 or whatever they did by Arkansas. So he can still remain a Colts fan and just move on.
Yay!
Sketches and bits. But yeah, Kyle Leslie, 0 and 2, has cost us 2 big parlays for the Mama's Combo Parlay season. So let's move on. We'll talk a little bit about. I mean, we don't really need to talk about Alabama, Missouri because we already kind of did. We kind of talked Texas Vandy a little bit. YouUre, I thought was his bets were great. He went 0 for 2 in that game. He took Vandy first quarter. That was +6.5. They lost by 7 in the first quarter, and then took Texas -18 on the game. He took both sides and lost both sides, right in that middle.
Hate to see it. You never get middled. But sure, when you try it, you do.
It was good. But I think Tyler, Adam came out ahead on your guys' head-to-head bets on a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, duh.
He had Alabama. He had Notre Dame. Those both hit.
I had Notre Dame.
No, you had Navy +13.5.
You changed it,
Damn,
buddy.
I changed it.
You changed it because of Adam.
Me, yeah. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's right. I did.
Yeah.
Me and you, Tyler, both hit on Boise -3.5. All of us missed on the over in that game because Barry Odom decided to just take the air out of the ball. Illinois, Oregon. Adam took the under, and he only hit the under because Illinois couldn't do jack shit offensively. On that note, I had Oregon's team total over of 37.5. It was nice to get to 38 for me. That was nice. That was big. And then the game that I think we'll probably spend the most time talking about. We got to stop letting them off the hook. Isn't that what he said after week 1? Banging the table in Vegas.
It was a rough night at my house. Me and Kyle.
First half looked good.
Yeah, everything changed. You know, I got home. I was going to plan on sitting in my house and watching the game.
No, you weren't. You were planning on doing other things.
What do you mean?
You were supposed to come out to the bars.
Yes, I was. But I got too banged up at the bar with Kyle, so I couldn't. So that leads me to the other thing. So I get to my house.
Oh, is this the bar in Peevely with Randy again?
No, yes. He went there, got banged up. He was supposed to go. For about 2 months now, we've been planning a bar crawl.
Oh, thanks for the invite.
Well, I shouldn't say. Tim Fisher and Jack Rowan have been planning this for about
we had a little
2
game.
months.
I'm just giving you shit. And
Tyler's like, "Oh yeah, I'm in." He gets fucked up at Randy's bar or whatever. No shows.
No, wasn't Randy the cross-eyed guy?
Yeah.
That you couldn't buy shots for because they all piled into the van.
I forget where I did. Oh, I dropped Kyle off. That's what it was. Damn it! I dropped Kyle off at his mom's house to get, because Katie was picking him up. I was like, okay, this will be good. I'm gonna go home. Just time for the LSU game. Just relax, watch my couch. I like to
watch your couch.
Be in my own environment. Yeah, watch on my couch.
There you go.
First half was great, and then Kyle gets home and he's like, "Hey, come over." No, he actually came to my house and started ringing my doorbell. My dogs are going fucking berserk. And so then he talked me into going to his house, and of course, right when I got there, everything went to shit. They ended up losing, just terrible. I watched kickers miss field goals, everything. And then I got home and everyone's texting me. I didn't text anyone for the rest of the night, and then just went to sleep. Lauren got home. Lauren knows, like, whenever LSU loses, because she'll text me and be like, "Are you okay?" And I sent a text. Like, I don't know why I shouldn't get this mad about my team losing, but I do. I don't know why. I got to be better about it. But it was really rough on me.
You know who was probably also really rough on? Garrett Nussmeier. He was god awful.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, you can blame him. Like, he made some bad throws, but whenever you got to throw fucking 50 times a game, you're gonna you got to be able to run the ball. It's yeah,
but I'm just saying some of the picks that he threw were like,
yeah, they were bad. They're terrible.
And it's not even that he just threw them; it was the area in which he threw them. Yeah, inside his own 20. You know what I mean? Like the one where he scrambled to the right and just floated it up and over.
Yeah. I forget what the score was at half. Was it 17-10? I can't remember.
17. No, it was 17-7 at half.
Weren't they up 17 like 10? They were
17-7 at half. Yeah.
17-7 at half, and that's before.
And then
that's with three missed field goals. So you're looking at going up to the half 26-7 is what it should have been.
And then it was 31-6 in the second half. A&M with Marcel Reed
with 3 picks.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, it was bad. It was rough. It was rough. That's all right. I don't want to foreshadow, but A&M's losing this week, so.
I don't know about that. I think they lose on Thanksgiving.
They're going to lose both of them. They can't throw the ball.
They don't need to with Marcel Reed. He was 2 for 2 for 70 yards.
They A&M completed 8 passes and scored 38 points.
Mm-hmm. I know.
It's not good.
Yeah.
But hey, it's a new week. Like, we got Alabama next week, and then we got 3 winnable games after that. So let's win this next one at home. 6:30 kickoff. And then we'll go win the rest of our games. We'll be in the playoff. I said this year LSU is going to be 9-3, 10-2, and that's what they're pacing it right here. So.
Yeah. Any other games we want to talk about from last week?
Michigan handled their dog shit game. Just wanted to make sure people knew. Beat the Little Brothers again.
Is handling it winning by 7 points, whatever they won by?
They fucking won.
Michigan State.
Shut up.
And then they start a brawl.
The Little Brothers. No, Michigan State started the brawl.
Michigan starts a brawl. What do you know?
Michigan State always starts the brawl when they lose. Crybaby, wah, wah, wah.
Connor Stallion still stealing signs.
I wish we had Connor Stallions.
Yeah,
Like
you
you don't
fucking
still
need him.
have the guy.
Well, we're stealing Tyler's quarterback, so we'll have him. We'll be all right.
The quarterback.
Yeah,
You
we
just
are.
lost a quarterback commit. Did you see
Yeah,
that?
because we got him. Because we got your guy. Why would
No.
we lose the quarterback if we got your guy? Our guy knows
Because
your
he
guy's
was-
coming.
No.
Yes.
I'm a little
Let's make
nervous. The Mizzou commit is visiting Penn
going.
State.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes me a little nervous because he said, "Oh, I'm still committed to Mizzou. I just want to see it because it'll be a cool game."
Yeah, I
that's
watch the
yeah.
game.
You're a Pennsylvania kid now. All of a sudden, going like,
Yeah.
I thought they have a. Don't they have a good quarterback commit? I thought.
yeah, but I mean, I don't know, like
Probably the kid from SLU High School.
who?
That big
That
old
big kid.
lineman. That played
Oh,
at SLU.
the guy that plays JV quarterback. You're talking about for him
I
that
don't
also
Yeah.
punts and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be a big pickup
That's
from
funny.
Mizzou.
Not Mizzou. He's talking about Penn State.
No, Mizzou's getting that guy.
No, they're
The
not.
SLU kid.
It's Drew Pine season, baby. Sam Horn, Drew Pine. Here we go. Drew Pine's gonna get a 7th year of eligibility, just like Cam Rising somehow. He's gonna claim that he's blind, and so he needs the extra year because his eyesight was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, let's get to the important stuff.
Well, I did want to touch on one thing. I think me and Adam were on about 4 different opposite sides of stuff, and Adam missed on all of them. Just so we know.
Unlucky.
Notre Dame, Navy under. Notre Dame scored 50 points by themselves. The over was 51. Under 52.5 BYU UCF. That game almost ended at like 80. Under 48.5 of Bowling Green and Toledo. That game ended at like 70 something.
I'd still do it again.
And then he took
Shit.
Duke money line and almost won that one.
That would.
What were you laughing about, Tyler?
The number, Chad, if you're not aware, the number 1 player recruit in the country
Yeah.
is Bryce Underwood. He's a quarterback, number 1
Yeah,
across the board on like every single recruiting site. He's committed to LSU, and he's
Did Brian Kelly grind on him?
From
No,
Michigan.
he's from Michigan, and he lives like 30 minutes away from Ann Arbor. He's been committed to LSU for like 300 days. So he committed to LSU before all of this, right? And then he has to watch Michigan's shitty ass offense run up and down the field every single week. And he gets to watch good quarterbacks LSU get developed and go play in the league, make a lot of money. And then he's got a big NIL deal at LSU, and now Michigan is like offering him, I guess, big NIL, and all these idiots on Twitter think he's flipping. So I was just going to check out one of the boards. I was looking at one of the boards, and the first question that I saw while Adam was fucking flipping his thing like a moron was, where do you think what do you say? Hold on, I gotta find it. Damn it.
I'm sure it's not going to be that funny.
No, they asked him, they said, they asked one of the staff members, what are your thoughts on this? And he goes, I have no thoughts other than Underwood ends up at LSU. And then he said, one more question. Which of the 4 do you think will happen? Number 1 was we land Underwood. Number 2 is we beat Oregon. Number 3, both. Number 4, neither. And he responded, just put 4.
Well, they already lost to Oregon, so.
No, they play Oregon this week.
They already lost to Oregon.
Probably.
One of my bets in that is Michigan team total under.
All right, let's move on to this week 10 games. Slate kind of sucks. Great week to go apple picking.
Too cold.
But that being said, usually when the slate actually sucks, we get a lot of good games.
Hold on a second. Before I cut you off, how early is too early to have your Christmas lights up?
After Thanksgiving. You're good to go.
No.
You have to wait till Thanksgiving.
As As long as they're not up before Halloween.
My lights have been up since the end of
Halloween?
September. My lights have been up since the end of September.
Up or on?
Up.
Tomorrow, people can start putting Christmas stuff up. It's fine.
Get through
It was a funny
Thanksgiving,
debate.
folks.
So we have this.
I said lights. I'm not talking about full tree and like everything on the inside.
So I'm afraid of heights. So we found this Christmas light company that comes and puts the lights up and takes them down. The problem is we found them originally in the city, and it's like, I only work in the city, man. I can't come out there. I was like, I said you can come out like just whenever and put them up. So I was traveling one week for work, and I came home, and it was like the week before October started, and this motherfucker is on my roof putting his fucking lights up.
That's what you get.
He said, "You're gonna be that asshole
Yeah.
in the neighborhood."
If you were making me be a fucking asshole, drive down here, you're getting 4th of July lights.
But it was funny because I was over at my sister's house today for Halloween, and my mom was talking, and they were talking about Christmas lights, and I said, "Oh yeah, my lights are up." She goes, "Oh yeah, we know because one of our buddies lives by, and my parents are good friends with their parents, and like they told us that your Christmas lights were up." So,
It's a talk around town.
Yeah. Talking subdivision.
the Knolls are fucking Hoosiers. Clark Griswolds.
All right, we're gonna start it off. A noon kick on CBS in West Point, New York, as Air Force takes on the 21st ranked Army Black Knights.
Whoa.
Army minus 21.5. Over under 40.5. Tyler.
Over. I love this. I love this Army offense. I think people make too big of a deal about Army and Navy. I think Army is going to wax Navy. They're a much better team. The offense is much better. I love the quarterback. And I actually prefer that they actually throw the ball now. I think it's going to make the Army-Navy game a lot better. And I don't think Air Force is that good. I think you're going to see a beatdown here, probably maybe like a 35-10 football game here. So I'll take the over, though.
Yuri.
I'm on Army. The only time really I've seen Air Force is when I did the parlay, all 3 teams, and Air Force was the only team that got fucking shit pumped that game. So don't know a ton about Air Force, but I know that they suck. So I'm taking Army spread.
Well, way to talk about our servicemen and women that way.
I mean, come on, the football squad. I support the troops.
I bet Air Force a couple weeks ago. I thought they'd keep it close with Colorado State. I thought it was homecoming for them at Air Force. The Linwood Lions men's ice hockey team was in the building because they played them on a Friday, Sunday.
Oh.
So I was like, let's take Air Force to keep this within 7.5 against Colorado State. Yeah, they lost by like 25. So I'll take Army minus 21.5. I'll take the over of 40.5 in the game, and it's not out yet, but I'll take the Army team total over.
Put me on that as well. Give me that as well. I want the team total over. And again, this is strictly between the gridirons. Thank you for your service.
I'll join you guys on the Army team total as well. We'll do that for the Army.
Thank you for your service.
All right, we're gonna move.
And if you remember from our days at Linwood from the women's hockey team that was on a streaming video, shout out to the Army Rangers.
If you know, you know.
All right. Anyways, we're gonna move a little bit west. University Park, Pennsylvania, Beaver Stadium, at the dumbest time in the world to have this game going on. 11 o'clock kickoff on Big Noon, kickoff on Fox. Number 4, Ohio State Buckeyes. Number 3, Penn State Nittany Lions. Buckeyes -3 favorites on the road. Over under 46.5. Tyler.
I was really looking forward to getting on Ohio State here. And man, I don't know. That game against Nebraska just scared me. They just looked like they got bullied on the line of scrimmage. And I don't understand how that happens when they're recruiting. Their defensive line coach is really good. He's one of the top recruiters in college football. He's constantly getting high level recruits there on the defensive line, but they just keep getting bullied on the offensive on the line of scrimmage, and I don't understand how it keeps on happening. The only thing and also the thing that scares me about Penn State is we don't know if Drew Aller's playing. They might have to start playing both guys. That could be an edge for them though, because they both do things a little bit different. The backup runs a little bit. Aller's more of a pro style quarterback. So one thing I'm going to be on this is the under for sure. And then, you know what? Give me Nittany and the points at home. And another thing that I'd like to point out is, why is it a big deal that Penn State can't do a whiteout during the day? Like, I understand the game should be at night.
Doesn't have the same effect.
The lights.
I mean, they're going to play what?
Yeah.
They only play Mo Bamba at night too. No, they're going to play that all day. The fans are going to be rowdy.
It's something
Did
about
you
like
guys see
the scene of it.
Right. Did you see the stadium? How they're doing? They're doing the two sections right at the 50-yard line are navy for the helmet stripe. Lame.
Wait, what are they doing?
It's
the
better
fans
than
the fans that are in the section at the 50-yard lines on both sides are wearing navy to make a stripe. So it's like their helmet line, their helmet stripe.
If you want to know a stat, the last 10 games that Ohio State has played Penn State, they're 9-1 on the money line against them, and they've won by an average of over 7 points.
Yeah, but there was a couple of those games that were a lot closer than they were, and then got away from Penn State at the end because they had to start trying to throw the ball to get in, and then Ohio State just ran it up. Yuri.
Tyler, that was probably one of your best breakdowns. I think you stole my notes on this game because I have pretty much the same thing. The biggest weakness of Ohio State, their O-line. Penn State's
I was talking about the defensive line.
strength.
I was talking about Ohio State's defensive line, not offensive line.
Well, their offensive line's the worst thing on their team, and
left tackle, both starting left tackles are hurt.
Gone. Penn State's biggest strengths, their defensive line, huge advantage. Atmosphere, Penn State, even on the day game, will still be tough. I'm taking the under, and I'm taking Penn State money line.
I was going to say, if I just look at this real quick, Penn State has covered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the last 8 games.
Yeah.
Don't want to be behind it this time.
Nope. Don't want to get in front of it.
Don't want to get in front of it this time. That's what you
for me,
say.
I'm finding it very hard to take a side, period. Because when was the last time James Franklin won a top 10 matchup?
Can I ask a question? That brought up a good point.
What?
Who do you guys think has the coaching advantage in this game?
That's what I'm getting at. Hold on.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
When was the last time James Franklin won a top 10 matchup?
I don't know.
Yeah. When was the last time Ryan Day won a top 5 matchup?
I don't know.
I had the stat a while ago. I forgot. Let's hear it.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It's been so long. So I'm staying away from every side because these two coaches in these situations absolutely suck. I don't know who, as a staff, has the upper hand because of that, because they both choke in these situations. So I'm just going to take the under of 46.5 because I don't know. Like, can I see Penn State winning? Yeah, because Ryan Day doesn't know how to beat a top 5 team. Can I see Ohio State covering? Yeah, because James Franklin cracks under pressure and all of a sudden they give up a pick 6 and they lose by 8.
Good point.
Like, it just everything about points and a side on this game scares me. And I might be I might be a basic white bitch with the underplay here because it's Penn State, but I don't know. I don't know. Just going
I'll
under.
tell you, James Franklin, Ryan Day hasn't beaten a top 5 opponent since September 3rd of 2022. He's lost 4 straight of the matchups.
Yeah.
James Franklin hasn't beaten a top 5 opponent since October 22nd, 2016. He's lost 10 straight of these games.
There you go.
To further that, James Franklin's record against Ohio State, Michigan, and SEC teams, 6-20.
Yeah.
Yikes.
And Ryan Day's not much better when it comes to impact games and big games. So, I don't know. I'm just going under.
Tibbles and bits.
We're going to move on from Beaver Stadium. Had a little southeast for a 6:30 kickoff on ABC at William Bryce Stadium. Sandstorm is going to be rocking. The Cocks are going to be alive.
Cock talk? Jesus.
As the South Carolina Gamecocks host the 10th ranked Aggies of Texas A&M, coming off a blackout game. And I'm talking about their student section blacking out after the game, not so much the jerseys they did wear. Texas A&M -3 on the road, over under 43.5. Tyler.
I'm cock hard, baby. Give me the Cocks on the against the spread, and give me the Cocks on the money line. Williams Bryce is one of the underrated SEC stadiums at night. This is a tough spot for A&M coming off of probably their most emotional win of the season. I saw they got their fucking dumbass, stupid fucking Aggie rings today. So they're all jacked up about that, which I still think it's weird, but whatever. So yeah, give me the Gamecocks plus the points. I think it's a very tough spot for A&M. The crowd's gonna be rocking. The thing that worries me is I believe that Elko has a clear coaching advantage over Shane Beamer. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens. The best part about South Carolina's defense is their front seven, so I think they're going to be able to get after the quarterback. We saw LSU get after the quarterback a good amount last week, but then with the mobile quarterback is what gave them issues. I think South Carolina focuses on Marcel Reed, probably spies him a little bit more than what LSU did, and I think they come out with a big win for Beamer ball.
All right, so Tyler has South Carolina +3 and the money line.
Yep, and I'm cock hard.
And Adam.
Officially not cock hard. A&M best team in the country as of late. Why are you going to go against them? Reed's going to be running around.
That is a false statement. That is a false statement.
Right, maybe outside the Ducks.
And outside of another team in the Big Ten that wears crimson and cream.
Okay. Well, still, A&M's
the
looking very
of
good.
Indiana.
Yeah. All right. Still,
Rutgers?
A&M. Rutgers. Scarlet. Rutgers. A&M still is looking very good of late. Reed's doing well. What the line that Tyler says, don't want to be in front of the train right now. I'm taking the weirdos and the Aggies. What was the line?
Fuck, man.
3?
God damn it.
-3.
I can't believe.
-3. What's
I just saw
you
something.
said
I
2.5.
can't believe I didn't have this guy as on my numb nuts. Hold on.
Go.
Did you see the fucking Dodger fan that fucking blew up his hand in the streets celebrating? He was lighting like a firework in the street.
Well, you know who I just thought about having as a numb that I should have done? The Yankees fan that decided he was going to try to break Mookie Betts' arm.
Those guys are great.
Did anybody hear the interview with Gronk and Wake Up K. Adams? Where Gronk's like, oh, yeah, that guy played club hockey at Arizona when I was there. That fits his profile of how he acted.
Huge animal.
Great guy.
Yeah.
Great guy.
Great guy.
I
Always
forgot
a
to
big
add
Yankees
the Yankee fan. I forgot
Always be
to add the Dodgers fan that blew up his hand that was holding the firework celebrating.
Jason Pierre-Paul?
Dude, it did it.
Yeah.
You should see the video. It's fucking nasty.
You don't want to be betting against fans like that.
All right, so YouUre, you only taking Texas A&M -3?
And I'm also going to take the under.
Okay, under 43.5.
A&M, the fucking weirdos of A&M, and the under.
Yeah, I'm on the Colt this week. Give me Texas A&M -3. Give me the over 43.5. Tyler, to your point, that's the reason I am is Beamer Ball goes in waves, and Beamer Ball is about to blow up here for another week or two because that's just the way they happen and operate.
All right.
So I'll take Aggies -3 over 43.5, and we're gonna move way, way, way to the west, to the Pacific Northwest, to Husky Stadium as USC takes on Washington on the Big Ten Network. USC -2.5, over under 55.5. Adam is shaking his head. He didn't want to talk about this game. The rest of the slate sucks when it comes to top 25 matchups. I tried to pick a game that had a close line at -2.5.
I get it. It's just a stink game. But I don't think USC has very much motivation. I'm taking the Huskies. I mean, it's probably not a game that I watch, but hopefully I tune in at the end and see the Huskies win outright. So give me the money line.
Tyler.
I just don't have a feel. I mean, I guess I just don't know. Like Washington, they just do some dumb shit. Like it's at Washington, right?
Yep.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I'll take Washington. Give me the home team here. I don't know. It's tough to get. If I was going to lean, I didn't want to give up the points. I was going to take USC, just the money line, if that was available. But I'll just take Washington the points. I don't know. I don't trust either team right now, so it's kind of a mixed bag here. Washington they just like sometimes they just look really good. Like they just take control of the game, dominate. Maybe that was just because how shitty Michigan was. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. Just give me Washington points. I don't feel good about it.
Hey, wait.
I would not bet this.
Which who beat LSU just their first game of the year? Which team was that again? That we went all the way to Las Vegas to watch? Was that the Trojans? USC? Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it was a rough spot. It was. I don't think it doesn't count if it's not a home or away game. Neutral site games don't count.
That's right.
Adam,
So
who beat the 10th ranked Michigan Wolverines this year in Husky Stadium?
Yeah, the Huskies are good.
Oh boy. Okay. I can't believe you just said that. After just saying the Huskies suck and USC sucks.
Yeah, they both suck. But LSU also sucks.
So let me take you back to a week from today. We sat right here, and there was a quote that I should grab and I should just put in with Adam saying, man, my best bet of the week, after saying I'm not going to bet any more Friday night games, I don't have to, goes, my best bet of the week is the under in the USC Rutgers game, because who's going to be watching that game with game one of the World Series going on? Yeah, that over hit. Over 56.5 points. So
you win some, you lose some.
For me, USC's not going to score again like that. Washington sucks. I'm only taking the under 55.5 points in this game.
Okay.
We're going to work our way a little bit west. Iowa City, 6:30 kick. Kinnick Stadium.
How you going to go?
East.
Yeah, I was just saying.
East.
You go all the way around.
Yeah, I guess we could. I was looking at the other way. Yeah,
you go to China. You go to China.
Through China. Through Europe.
Yep.
But, all right. We're going to work our way a little bit east to Iowa City, Kinnick Stadium, as the Hawkeyes take on the Badgers. The Badgers, +3 on the road. Over under 41.5. Anybody want any other maybe lines here?
Do you have any team totals there already?
You want team? No, I wasn't asking team totals.
No. Yes. Are there any other lines? I asked the question. You said no.
I was really referring to like
Like a Badger
maybe
money line?
do you want the Badgers money line of plus 135?
No. I fell for that last week. I'm not doing it again. I think the best thing that Iowa did was they changed quarterbacks. They took McNamara out and put the other guy in. Offense looked good last week. I got on both of these. I was on Wisconsin last week, lost. I was against Iowa last week. They blew Northwestern out the water. So I'm going to take actually Iowa in the -3 at home in this game. That's what I would like.
Okay.
I think the quarterback change is big for them. I forget where that quarterback came from too.
Yeah.
You mean the one that they took out?
Yep.
Shut up.
It was some helmet. So a guy is ripping a team who has a classic white helmet with a navy stripe when his team
No, I said the fans
has.
in the stands.
When was the last time you saw a Wolverine have wings on his head?
Dude, I don't know. Read a book. It goes back in time.
Adam?
It goes back to the winged helmets that they just painted, and then they just
Yeah,
kept them
long
for
time
some
ago.
stupid reason.
Adam?
Everybody had
Did
winged
you guys
helmets
know that
back
I
then and
created the
painted them.
Nerds Cluster? Let's change the subject. I created the Nerds Cluster when I was a kid.
What, by cutting a nerd rope in half?
No, I'd take bubble gum, chew it a little bit, and then stick it in those small little Nerds boxes. Stick my gum right in the Nerds boxes, and then eat the gum.
Stick your what?
Okay. Well, your bet is what, Adam?
I'm taking the over.
Okay. Over 41 and a half?
Yep.
Okay.
Give me wait.
I got the over 41 and a half also. But I got the Heartland Trophy, the Brass Bull, coming back to Madison. Give me the Badgers money line plus 135.
The Brass Bowl.
It's called the Heartland Trophy, but it's a brass bull. The Big Ten's got the best trophy games that around.
That's true.
They do.
Because they actually created these trophies out of I don't know what to come up with shit. Like the Paul Bunyan Trophy. What does Paul Bunyan have to do with the two Michigan schools?
Probably something, but you got to read that same book I told you to read. You'll probably learn about it in there.
I don't care to learn about Michigan football, who's, in their Brady Hoke era 2.0.
Hey, Tyler, you want to explain to the listeners what a snorkel is that we learned in Madison? Weren't you there on that trip? Madison, Wisconsin. Great party school.
No, but I know what a snorkel is. You
Number 2 party school in America.
Really?
behind Linwood.
Wow, shout out St. Charles.
Behind Arizona State.
So a snorkel is that you shotgun, you put a hole in a Red Bull like you're going to shotgun it, and then you just pour the vodka shot.
It's not a snorkel. It's called a submarine.
No, they call it a snorkel.
I call it a snorkel. That's a snorkel.
Oh, Uncle or Bobby's place on Main Street used to call them the submarines.
No, because you put
Where
it
you
up like
put
a snorkel.
in there, yeah. Yeah, they called it the submarine because you do it with the yellow Red Bull. They call it the yellow submarine shot.
Madison.
Yeah, you shotgun a Red Bull that where you pour it in the
Makes sense.
whatever you want to put in there.
Yeah, Madison, Wisconsin. Learned what a snorkel was.
The more you know.
Okay.
All right, let's move on to the last game we're going to talk about. Our second top 25 matchup. 18th ranked Pitt at 20th ranked SMU in Dallas, Texas at Gerald J. Ford Field. Michigan guy, played Michigan college football, and then all of a sudden he gets a stadium named after him in Texas. Doesn't make too much sense. ACC Network, 7 p.m. kickoff. Pitt +7 dogs on the road. Over under 57 and a half. Tyler.
Yeah, I was kind of leaning towards being on SMU here, but I don't know. I don't know. I like Pitt's offense a lot. Went out and hired the new offense coordinator, a little more up pace, a little more spread offense. Got the great quarterback, Eli Holstein, back from Bama as a Louisiana kid. So I really like the way that offense is going. I don't know. In these big matchups, I'm afraid to take the over because I think it's going to be a little bit nerve city. But give me Pitt with the hook here, 7.5. I think it's a little too much points. So Pitt plus 7.5.
Adam.
I feel like you kind of coasted over one of the main storylines. Why is this game on fucking ACC Network?
Yeah, I thought that earlier.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good thing my Sling TV package has ACC Network. Fuck.
Well, it's obviously because of the rest of the slate is so good at that 6:30 start time.
What's on ESPN? Oh, Louisville, Clemson.
I mean, the 6:30 start time is pretty decent. It's Texas A&M at South Carolina on ABC, Louisville at Clemson on ESPN, and then ESPN2 has Baylor TCU at 7. So that could have been the spot.
Louisville at Clemson's not a better game than this. I'll tell you that.
No, it's not. This is a huge game.
No. It is for when they rank these matchups going into the year.
It's a travesty. But the TV schedule come out 2 weeks in advance.
Not ACC. ACC books it all.
Oh, really?
Pre-season. Yeah.
Did not know
flexing?
that.
No, they don't. ACC doesn't flex because of their ACC
flexing.
network.
Crazy. Well,
because they can't really flex. Think about that. When you add the two teams over in California, you can't flex them into different time zones.
Are you from Ireland?
Why?
Because my penis is doubling in size.
Where'd that come from?
I thought you said when they're over in. Oh, you said London.
No, I didn't.
You
said
said
the
Ireland?
coast.
Oh. I don't know.
As in Cal and Stanford. You can't flex them into different time zone games.
Oh, yeah, whatever. Cut that.
Cut it. Anyways, my pick. I think this game's going to be extremely tight, so I'm going to probably stay away from the spread. I'm strictly going to go with the over. What's so fucking funny?
I think it's going to be extremely tight. I'm staying away from
the spread. 7-point spread.
Spread.
Yeah.
If you think it's going to be tight, then take the other team that's getting 7.5 points.
The touchdown.
I don't want
more
that.
than a touchdown.
It needs to be a close
Then it's
game.
not tight.
A touchdown could go the other way. It's a close game. They win by touchdown.
You get the half a point.
I'm pushing. Oh, is it 7.5?
Yeah.
I didn't hear the hook. I heard Tyler said something about a hook, but I wasn't listening.
He said, "I'm taking the 7.5 with. I like the hook."
Okay. Well, how about this?
Let's go.
Cut this.
We are not cutting this. This is gold for the Linwood Hockey House that watches.
All right, hold on. Let me look at this.
You don't have your glasses on. It's lines.
All right, I'll take the over, and since it's going to be a close game, I will take Pitt plus 7.5. Give me the half, please, so I can win on a touchdown when it's a close game. You guys are going to be
fine.
Laughing when
I got the same bet. I should have just kept my mouth shut and waited until I called my bet out, but I got Pitt plus 7.5 in the over.
Give me Pitt over team total when that comes out, please.
It was
okay.
Jennings. They said Jennings was questionable. They even said he was going to start it or not, didn't they?
Dude, I've been on Jennings all year. You're fucking the one that was hating on Jennings. Now you love Jennings.
Hey, but I said I was really big on this SMU team.
You were.
I said that?
And then you were off the sauce.
Yeah. I actually think SMU was one of my numb nuts of the week one time.
Probably.
Maybe.
They were your number one team to win the conference.
Yeah, them and Kansas were your dark horses to win their conferences. Kansas worked out well.
Yeah, it's been tough for them, man. It's tough.
Basketball school. They're not even a real basketball school. They're a basketball school that cheats all the time.
And
yeah, that's true too.
Dickinson sitting on the bench with his $100,000
here we go. Here's a
fucking
Michigan take.
necklace.
Yeah, Dickinson. Yeah, he's so good at Michigan.
Dickinson's not
You
good.
should have never laughed.
You shouldn't have left.
All right. Let's move on to our Mama's Combo Platter Parlay and Listener of the Week. Tyler, the Listener of the Week is...
This one's got a very special place in my heart, this Listener of the Week. She's been with me since birth. It's my mother. My mother's the Listener of the Week. Special week for her. She actually retired yesterday. First day was today out of retirement. I called her. I said, "What are you doing today?" She was at the bar drinking at a Chili's. So what a way to start off your retirement, Mom. Congrats. And she's going to be on Georgia State +7. Actually, I think it's +8.5, actually. Georgia State +8.5. They play tomorrow night, so she's going to get this Mama's parlay started with a bang. Congrats, Mom.
Shout out to Neen. Great pick.
All right. Adam, your parlay pick.
Let's see what I got in the hopper. Remind the listeners what my locks are, as everybody has been shitting on me all pod. 6-3.
I haven't.
As a 6-3 on my locks, we'll make it 7-3 with Clemson -10 over the Louisville Cardinals. Louisville can't stop a nosebleed. Trout's quarterback is gonna throw all over the
Cade Klubnik.
Klubnik's gonna throw all over the.
No, I did not.
Damn.
He's not gonna win it.
This is.
I don't know, man.
You never know.
It's Ash and Genty all day, baby.
Yeah, probably. This is Louisville's 7th straight game. No bye. They had like a very early bye. 7th straight game, so they're banged up. Clemson might win by 21. Lock it up.
Tyler, your lock.
UCLA. Hey, this UCLA. I'm on UCLA.
You ain't got no alibi. You ugly. You ugly.
Yeah, I'm on UCLA plus. I think I got it. I bought it earlier in the week. It was +7.5. What do I have it at now?
Yeah,
7.5.
6.5. But yeah, you showed the bet of 7.5.
Yep, I've got it. Receipt. Yeah, I actually like the way that this UCLA team's been playing lately. So I mean, I think they could actually this could make its way on my card. I think UCLA is live to win this game, boys. I think they've got a good shot. They're playing great offense right now. I like the quarterback play. Defense is coming along. I like the way things are going. So give me the Bruins at Nebraska. I just don't know. I think Dylan Raiola's hurt too, a little banged up, didn't look very good in that game at Ohio State. So UCLA might be live here. They might be live to win. So give me it.
Okay. I am. I'm just gonna ride the second best team in the nation. And that's the Crimson and Cream out of Bloomington, Indiana, as they head up to East Lansing to take on Sparty. Give me Indiana -8. So Indiana -8
There
is
you
my
go.
lock.
Rourke's playing.
So we got
the Cooties. Shout out to the Cooties.
Georgia State +8.5. Indiana -8. UCLA +7.5. Clemson -10. That $10 or that $100 parlay pays out $936.22.
Man, do we need it
up, boys? Don't fuck this up.
I'm going to bet it right now. What was the other ones?
For $100? You dropping 100?
Yep.
Uh-oh, is this the week we hit? Somebody's actually pulling the trigger on $100?
I am, yep. What time is Indiana playing? Oh, 2:30.
2:30. Peacock.
On the cock.
Adam, your best bet of the week.
what does Lenz's wife call the Ole Miss coach? Daddy?
Ugh.
Doesn't she call him Daddy? Fucking weird.
Who, Lenz?
Yeah. What do the Ole Miss fans call the coach? Daddy, I think. They're fucking weirdos. But him bitching about teams getting better time slots, what a donkey.
Yeah, just
I mean,
They're worried
he's
about.
not wrong.
No, they're not wrong.
But
But why are you worried about that right now? Like, fuck.
Well, what I don't get is so you want Fayetteville to be more rowdy and play at night this week? You're on the road.
Exactly, and
I
that's
know
why
a
I'm
team that
taking
went.
Arkansas money line.
I like Arkansas too. I was on Arkansas too. All right, that's
I
interesting.
mean, I guess unless he's just, talking because their next two games against Georgia and Mississippi State were both picked up for the 2:30 ABC slot. Maybe that's what he's talking about. Their next two home games.
Who knows? He's not.
But-
It's not focused. He's talking. What are we?
Well, yeah, I mean, he's too
a
busy creating
donkey.
TikTok videos.
Yes. Fucking daddy, whatever they call him.
So Arkansas money line plus 240 for Adam. I believe is that plus 240. Ole Miss at Arkansas.
Arkansas is a little tricky team there, a little pesky.
Pesky.
I don't know. I've been down on this team since that fan ever ate that dog shit, man, and I don't know. Their team, something's just off with them, man. Like I know they're 1-7. They suck. They're at home. They got blasted last week. Wasn't even competitive against a rival. Now they got North Carolina coming in, who's not a good team either. But I'm going to take UNC minus 2.5 here against Florida State.
UNC minus 2.5 on the road at Florida State.
I think Florida State is so checked out. Their bowl season's over. They're losing recruits left and right. I think they turn the page already next year.
For me, talked a little bit about it already. Auburn's team offense sucks. I'm a believer in what I see, not what perception should be coming into the season. So with that said, give me Vanderbilt money line at Auburn plus 210. Vandy's going to pick up another SEC win. I believe that then makes them bowl eligible. I think. Let me just double check that. I do believe that makes them bowl eligible.
Oh,
Yes, because they are 5-3. Makes them bowl eligible. Gets them their third SEC win.
wow.
Watch out, Tigers. Here they come in 2 weeks. And then just another game that I like. Tomorrow night, FS1, 7 p.m., San Diego State at Boise State. Give me Boise State minus 23.5. Give me the over of 56.5. And give me Boise State over team total 39.5. And probably I'll look tomorrow to see what the rushing yards are for Ashton Genty and probably take the over on that too, unless it's back up to like 190 like it was last week against UNLV.
I need a bet still. You had an off week.
I think I'm going to be on the under in that game, but I'll take a look at it tomorrow. I told myself I'm staying away from Friday games, so.
And yet you're talking about a Friday game.
That's why I'm just avoiding it, but maybe I can get talked into something.
All right. Anybody else? Any other games you want to touch on real quick? Looking at the slate, anything that sticks out to you off the top?
I'm good. I got nothing else.
Okay.
All good. Good pod, boys.
Yeah. I mean, I might.
Happy
the
Halloween.
line's not out, but I might take Maine plus whatever points they are come Sunday at Oklahoma.
Wow.
Because Oklahoma's offense is god awful.
Yeah,
but there's no line on it just yet. Just yet. And maybe take Duke plus 20 at Miami. Kind of a letdown game for Miami.
That's a game I was looking at.
Kind of a letdown game for Miami because after Florida State throttling, you got at Georgia Tech next week and then Wake, Syracuse, and you've pretty much already locked up your spot in the ACC title game.
Man, what a tough schedule Miami's had this year. Fuck.
Yeah, it's been brutal. It's been brutal when you actually look at it. Florida A&M, Ball State, Florida, South Florida, Virginia Tech, Cal, Louisville, Florida State, Duke. Just brutal.
Fun. All right, boys.
All right. That
Happy
wraps
Halloween.
this one up.
Happy Halloween.
We will
boys.
chat next week. I think this week we'll have graphics going up on our socials too. I might get to them.
There we go.
So,
Good.
We'll
Oh
see.
my God.
We'll see.
Blast them out.
Man.
Hey, could have a new listener of the week coming out of that Lindenwood house. I'm hearing. So, birds are chirping.
gotta
I don't
catch up.
know.
We got to catch up on maybe a live show. They asked if we always take the live bets, and I said, They said we want to watch live if that's the case. I said, we'll see.
Stay off Main Street, boys.
There we go. Yeah. Enjoy the bye week, LU boys.
Can't.
Yeah.
No, what do they say? You can't score goals in the weight room.
That's right. You score them on Uncle Joe's though.
Uncle Joe's is no longer.
R.I.P.
Score them at 212.
It's called Honky Tonk now.
Score them at Honky Tonk. There we go.
All
right.
See you, boys.